Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and I want to go over how long you should stretch for in relevance to you. So one of the things that used to bug me years ago was like all the stuff you would see online. It's like people rolling around the floor and doing bear crawls and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, cool, but how long do I do that for? When am I flexible? How do I know I'm done? You know what I mean? So something that's a big thing for me is having markers for flexibility and knowing, how long you need to actually go for or what your goal is. So I've trained today, I've trained quite heavy, and I just left the gym afterwards, didn't do anything afterwards, which is kind of normal for me now these days. I'm at that point. So in order to get yourself to that point now, I'm going to show with myself how much I need to do personally to get myself to feel, to know I'll feel great tomorrow and be able to train again tomorrow, okay? So what I'm going to do is use the deep lunge test, as you hopefully know if you've been following me for long enough, and that is to see my ability to be able to go into deep hip flexion. Can I get my elbow to touch the floor beside my heel with my shin staying vertical, okay? So I want to see, can I actually, yes I can, on this side, get all the way down to touch the floor. It feels a bit stiff though, it's not 100%, but it's a pass for me on that side, so I know that tomorrow this hip is going to feel okay. Now, again, relevant to my own flexibility. So this is the stuff that I want to teach you guys. Everyone's going to be different. So if you were to go to here and you were like, oh, I'm really, really stiff, but that's where you always were, then cool. Your main goal is to try and make an improvement on that every time you're doing the exercise until you can get your elbow to the floor. So that's your pass, that's your marker. So how many reps of that do I need to do on this side? None. I have just tested it. I got to the floor. I'm all right. Now my other side, I'm going to assume, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but I'm going to assume that it's going to feel a bit tighter, and it is. So my back injury is on my left side, which hinders my left glute from working as well as what my right one would. That is something I can't change because it's a structural problem and it's just something I have to work with, so it's relevant to me. So I feel that I'm a bit tighter in here, and I'm finding it a bit harder to actually reach the floor on this side. So what I can then do is start to go through rotations, and then deep breaths out. There we go. And we're already reaching the floor. Okay, so that, after 2 reps, feels 100 times better. And again, that just takes practice to be able to do. Whenever you know yourself how much you need to do in order to get yourself to feel better, then it's a lot more time efficient. So this video isn't even 3 minutes yet, and right now I know my hips are okay. So if I had really went hard, really done a ton of squats, I would notice that my elbow would be farther up my leg. If it was a harder training session, but like I said, it was a smart stress session. I'm not busted, I feel okay, and a few reps, and I know I've tested my hips, they're absolutely fine. So that's just one exercise. So the simplistic mobility method has all of the exercises that I choose that will give you good thoracic rotation and extension, will also give you good hip internal and external rotation, will also give you deep hip flexion, good hip extension. So you run through those exercises, you make yourself really good at those exercises, and then they're your marker. So in SMM, you have 10 deep lunges, rotations each side in the program, but the program now for me has become 1 and 3, something like that there. And like I said, that can change day to day, but that's how I know I've done what I need to do, and I know I'll feel great tomorrow. So I know I'm going to be able to lift again tomorrow, and I'm not going to be overly stiff. So if you ever find that your range of motion is reduced significantly, then you know if you can't correct that through the stretches, then you may need to take a day off. You may need to chill or just change up your training, just do something a little bit lighter or a little bit different. So it's really important to learn how to auto-regulate yourself and to have tests like that. So that's why the simplistic mobility method is so good. So if you haven't picked it up yet, go to tommorrison.uk and pick it up, and keep being awesome.